Hello everyone, it's Andrew again, and I still have this PlayStation 3 here after the uh, work that I put in on the last video to fix the problem, which unfortunately it was not an overheating issue, so I'm just going to remove these real quick. So I did a little more research and I dug around, and actually I found an old, I want to say it was a Reddit post, or it might have been an old iFixit post, I'm not entirely sure. But somebody mentioned that what we could try and do is just reflowing the CPU and the. I'm sorry, I'm trying to remove something. Reflowing the CPU and the GPU, which I know how to do. So it's not that I'm unfamiliar with it. It's just that I don't do it very often. So that's honestly the next step, because if after that, if it's not actually like just the solder points or something like that are weak, it actually is something like a failure, and it's most likely that CPU or GPU, which I believe are replaceable, but I gotta find a donor card to do it, a donor board. So I guess I'll give this one shot and we'll see if that fixes it. If it does, great. If it does not, I'll contact my customer and see if he wants to go even farther with it, or or just buy like an old working one and then just swap out the hard drives. So I don't know what'll be more cost effective at this time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tear it all down again, which you did see me do in the first video. So if you want to go take a look at that, I'll see if I don't know if I know how. Actually, I don't know if I know how to do the whole click in the corner thing. So I'll put one up here so you can watch the first video to see that full teardown. But I'm not going to bore you again with another 30 minutes of me tearing it apart. So I'm going to get it down to the board level again and get it prepped to do the reflowing, and then hopefully that will fix the problem. If it does not, well, can't say we didn't try. And it's not like it's going to make it any worse, right? So I will be back in 1 second to you guys, probably like 20 or 30 minutes for me. So be right back. I will say one thing though, doing it once brought back how to tear this thing apart, so it goes a lot smoother once you do it one or two times. You know, that memory that I say memory and I forget the word. What is it? Muscle memory comes into play really, really nice, which I'm glad our bodies have that ability. All right, I'm continuing tearing it down. Be back in a sec. All right, I have it taken apart now. So, unfortunately, with my thermal paste, which I thought turned out pretty well, considering how well it spread, but I didn't notice it getting all the way to the edges, so I'll probably have to probably do the card one where you put one around the line and then pull it to the side with like an old credit card or something like that. I'll probably have to do that, unfortunately, but otherwise I think it did pretty well, but I will have to clean all this up, and then I'm going to be reflowing this guy, and then these two down here. So hopefully this works. If it doesn't, well, I mean, can't say I didn't try. I do just want to check the back side, just make sure there should be nothing else I need to do with that. So, and then I got to set up my hot air gun as well. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to really have like a microscope on it because these are all pins. So I mean, can't really see anything. I just got to heat up the outside and the edges real well. Hope that it flows, and then go from there. Same thing with these guys, because there's the couple pads on the outside, but then there's pads underneath as well. So I'm going to clean this up, take it all off, and then I will set up my hot air gun, or my hot air station, and I will be back for that. Be right back. Alright, so I got my hot air gun set up. I don't think I'm supposed to use flux for these kind of things, but there are a couple pins on the outside for these, so I am going to use flux for those. But I don't think I need to use flux for the other stuff. So what I'm going to do is I got my flux here. I'm not going to use it right away, but all I'm going to be doing is heating these up to around like, what is it, like 300, 350 Celsius, something like that. And then letting it do that for a couple minutes, and then gonna let it cool down. So it's gonna be a very tedious, very short, very tedious and boring process, but hopefully that'll be it. I don't really have a timer, so I'm just gonna pretty much just go by eyeball. I just gotta keep going back and forth around it. I don't have any attachment to it right now because I want it to be wider mouthed. So that's what I'm doing here. So I'm gonna do these two first. These two big silver guys. And then I'll go on to these smaller black ones once I'm done with these. So most things there, I'd said it was about like 2-3 minutes on each one to get it nice and hot. So I'm just gonna keep an eye on my recording, and that'd be a good indicator. So hope you guys are having a good one. I know this is gonna be like a 3-parter, so I'm hoping this will fix the problem though. And this is kind of new territory. I mean, I've done similar things, but never on like a major spot like this. Like I've done like the smaller ones, like these like MOSFET looking guys, or something like that. I've done that before, but not any of the big chips. So I'm hoping all the research that I did, I hope it's not a bunch of bull. 30 more seconds, then I'll go on to the next one. But like I said, since it's not working anyways, and it does this with and without the hard drive, so I know since it's not doing it without the hard drive, it's not a hard drive issue. So at least the customer can get their data back without having any sort of issues. They'll have to pop it into a new PlayStation then, which I know there's still good ones around. All right. Over here, so and then everybody has their own technique how to do it in circles, back and forth, up and down. I think the main thing is you just need to stay consistent. You got to keep it nice and hot throughout the whole thing. And I would love to have my setup so I can have my my hot air station on my right side, because then it'll make it easier so I don't have the wire all the way across my desk. But I'll have to probably rearrange some stuff or find a way to put it on this other side, but I got all this other crap in the way. Plus this desk has like a nice little cubby area attached to it, and that's on the right hand side, not the left. It said it was ambidextrous, or like both sided, but unfortunately it doesn't look like it has the connection points on the left side. I guess I could drill it in, but this is like really, I'm pretty sure it's just like particle board, so I don't really want to drill into it because then I'll just split the wood and it just won't be as strong. So just trying to fill the time. Got about 30 seconds, so I'm going to go 2 minutes in each one. So I got 30 seconds roughly left. And I'm smelling nothing burning, nothing's discoloring. So that means I'm not getting it too hot, which is fine. Okay. So now I'm going to put flux on these bottom ones, which I don't know if you need to do, but since they have the points on top, I'm going to. Then at least, if anything, it'll just make sure it flows better. What the fuck? Oh, there we go. Because, flux helps with the flow of solder so much. Okay, now, where did my napkins go? Oh, there you are. A little bit of stuck solder in the end, so I'm going to solder down here, here. Okay. And I don't know if you'll be able to see it. I'll try and zoom in to show it, but I'll see if I can show off when the solder actually melts. really get a fume extractor. All right. Let it cool down. Just clean up a little bit of alcohol. It's still pretty warm, so I'm just cleaning up around it, make sure I'm not missing any random blobs or anything like that. And it looks like it reflowed. I don't have a... Do I have a straight one somewhere? Oh, there we go. Just pushing at it, seeing if there's any movement. I mean, I know most of it's underneath it, but this is always, you know, if these are pretty solid, then normally will be pretty good. Yeah, I gotta try and invest in actually a good electronic microscope. Don't know how I'm gonna do that because a good one's like a few $100s. Still pretty warm. Just gotta let it cool off. Don't see anything unusual on the back side. Well, nothing obvious at least. These are the sister boards. I mean, these are the other side to it. Yeah, those are pretty good. Oops, bald head in the way, sorry. Nice and shiny again, so I'll take that as a good sign. Okay. Still quite warm, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a few minutes to cool down, and then when I come back, I'll just check it again on camera, and then I will start the cleanup process. I mean, I'll start the putting it back together, and we'll see if that makes any difference. That's pretty good cleaner. I think I might need to get like a natural hair toothbrush, because it's so much finer and I can get more into here. I mean, these are soft bristled, but still they're more rigid than like a hair or something like that. So I'll have to look for something like that just so I can get in here. But otherwise, it's just residual. It's not going to cause any damage. Just residual alcohol. So yeah, I will be back in a moment. Alright, so they have cooled down sufficiently enough, and I did take the time on the outside to clean up the, I blanked on what the hell this thing's called again. The heat sink. So now all I'm going to do is apply some more thermal paste, which I'm going to do a different technique for this style. 'Cause, I mean, it did cover, but like not as much as I would have liked, or because it missed the corners. What the hell? I just had this open yesterday. There we go. All right. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to do a different technique where I'm going to make a line of it along the edge. And then I'm going to take a thin card or a piece of plastic. And I need to add more, apparently. Oh my god. Hopefully I don't run out of thermal paste, because I don't think I have another. Am I out of thermal paste? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, all right. I will be right back while I search for some more solder paste. I mean, some more thermal paste. All right, I found some. So, should be able to do the same thing. Oh, shit. Didn't expect that. There's a little more liquid in the other one. Hope it doesn't mean it's a lower quality. I mean, it is an unnamed one. Must have been like a sample or something I got. Okay, well. Ah, shoot. I think because this is flexing and bending, I think that's what's causing the problem. Alright, so then. Okay, well, that did its job at least. Now all I need to do is just pick up the stuff that landed on top of the components. Yeah, it's definitely a different quality. Although this one has been on the air a little bit longer. Okay, well. So, note to self, order more thermal paste. And when I say order more, order like 5 or 10 of those guys. Oh, I also just realized I should have done this after I put the shields back on. Alright, I guess I'm just going to have to be careful. Okay. So I'm going to start putting it all back together, and I will see you guys back in a second. Alright, just adjusting the camera a little bit. Alright, so I got it back together. Not fully, obviously, but just enough so that the components are all together, and you have to be in the box, too, because there's a component on top here. I think I said last time. I have it hooked up to HDMI, and I have it hooked up to the power. Okay, so I got the red light on, and let's see what happens. Oh, did I do it? Hang on. All right, hold on. I'm gonna switch the HDMI, and then I'll show you. All right, this is the first time I'm actually taking. Well, do I need to take it off, or can I just swing it like this? No, can't swing it. All right, hold on. You might see my gross ass apartment, but you know what? Whatever. Oh, crap. Let me drop down the. Let me see. If I change the color, will that make it any better? Let's turn it off. Turn it off. All right. Ah! No. All right, so it is working. It turned back on. Fantastic. Lights on, running. Hear that fan? Oh my god. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab a controller and see if this works. Hold on. All right, this is awkward as hell. Ah! Oh my god. It's reacting? I mean, it's gonna check the hard drive now because it turned off unexpectedly, but it's working. Ah! Sweet! Oh, here we go. Yeah, look at that. Checking and restoring the file system. Alright, so I'm going to let this run, and then once it's all done, I will come back, and then I will put a game in to see if it works. So, probably back in, well, it said 2 to 3 hours. Hopefully not, but we will see. So I'll be back as soon as it's done. Alright, it came back on. Ah! Oh my god, it's reacting? It's reacting? He's got something in here. NBA 2K18. Well, let's see if it loads up. I mean, I don't know why he's playing 2K18 on a PS3, but, you know, whatever. Alright, now, it's reading the disc, so that's a good indicator that I didn't fuck up the disc reader. Oh my god! Yes! If I'm acting like I'm super excited, it's not for the show. I'm actually very excited that this actually worked. I've had a rough couple months where things go wrong when I don't want them to, so this is fantastic that I was able to get this to work again. Start checking. Oh my god! Yep. Should I sign in now? No. Oh my god, I'm so happy. I guess we'll just... Is it NBA Today? I'm sorry I'm holding this weird, but... Fuck, I don't know how to play these. I don't know how to play these stupid games. Sure, let's go with the Warriors. I'll play Steph Curry. Start? Oh. Yeah, I'm sure this looks professional as hell, me holding it up. Oh my god, I'm playing against LeBron James. Whatever shall I do? I hear they're like both like, you know, baseball players or something like that, right? No, they're not my team. I am a very supportive I'm a very supportive Bucks fan. So I got Giannis to cheer for. So I am okay with that. Come on, just load up the game. I just want to see the game load and it play a little bit. Come on. Well, it seems like one thing with the PS3s didn't change. Okay. The last time I played a baseball game. The last time I played a basketball game was probably NBA Street. So it's been a while. Okay, where am I? Where am I? Where am I? There I am. Durant. I'm Kevin Durant. Yes, it works. Okay, that's all I wanted to see. Fantastic. All right. Well, let me reset you back up in the normal way. All right. So, very pleased with how it went. The only thing I'm not pleased about is that I didn't get to try my game myself because I had a game in there. So I found my Mercenaries 2. Fantastic game, by the way. I freaking love this game. It was so much fun. Anyway, so it worked. I'm happy with that. Little bit of heat coming out the side, but totally normal. Fan seems okay. Still on, so no overheat because it probably would have happened by now. I guess I can just check if the reader works. And put it back in. And then power you off. Which you just got to hold for about 3 seconds and it'll power off. Yep. There you go, back to red light. Great! I am super excited. See, look how happy my thumbs are. Well, this one's not as happy, but you know. Cool. I'm gonna contact him tomorrow because right now it is roughly late. I don't know, probably like 11:30 or something like that. Because I can't sleep at night, so I do this kind of crap. But I will give him a call tomorrow, let him know what's going on, and this is a very big boost in my confidence too, because now I have a possible second way to fix these older PS2s and PS3s with the red dot, with the red light of death, which I am extremely happy about. So, great. If you have any questions for any way that I did a certain thing, or if something I did was a little cringy or kind of like worrisome of you, just let me know. Please be constructive. Don't be diminutive? No. Insulting? Whatever. Don't be a dick when you're trying to, tell me how to do stuff. Like, I do like taking criticism, and I do like reading the comments, but when you get the buttheads that, like, say stuff that are just totally unrelated to the video, has nothing to do with it, it just takes away from their overall immersion, and then also takes away from what I'm trying to do, which I do like doing this. I'd like to make it like a full-time gig for myself. 1, don't have publicity. 2, don't have the money. And 3, to find a space for this is really hard too, which goes into the money because it's expensive. But if everything goes according to plan, maybe I can get to a point where maybe YouTube will pay me for doing these kind of videos. So this is a 3-parter. So it is going to be a little dry in some areas. The first one's the teardown. The second one's the clean up the overheat issue. And this third one will be the reflowing of the chips. So I'm hoping you guys will watch all of them, but you don't have to, obviously. I'm never going to force anybody to. I do this mostly just to improve knowledge, get my name out there, and I mean, if I do make a little money on the side, ultimately that's not going to be, it won't be against that. But mostly I just do it because I wanted to try something different, and it's kind of like how I started doing Uber. Like, I mostly did Uber because I was tired of seeing friends and family, driving around when I know they're drunk, or I know friends that I've had who've gotten DUIs, and it just ends up being just a horrible, horrible experience. So I do it mostly to make sure people get home safe. The money is a bonus, but mostly I do it for getting people home. So, anyway, that's it for now. I'm going to finish putting it all together. I'll probably show, after I'm done with this little spiel, I'll probably just show a quick little, 10-15 second of the final, how it looks, and then the video will be done. So I'll be back in just a moment when everything is all put back together nice and neat. Oops, camera moved again. All right. Cleaned up, ready to go. What if I dim this a little bit so it looks a little better? There you go. Nice and clean. Ready for pickup. So, yeah, I'm still extremely ecstatic that worked. Because it's always that feeling, like, even like, people who fix stuff, I mean, mechanics, engineers, hobbyists, you get something that's not working and you get it to work again. There's always that excitement. Even if you do it hundreds of thousands of times, you get kind of... sorry about that. It looks like my my phone went dead on me, even though it didn't get any low battery warning or anything like that. I guess there was a software update, so I guess it just finally kicked it through. I have been putting it off for a few days, so. What was I saying about, so I'm going to crop this into the end of the technically last video, but, what I was saying, I think I was saying something about how, if you are going to put, any sort of comments down there, just be constructive, be nice about it, even people who do this a lot, like anything, like there's still stuff to learn, just don't be a dick, biggest thing. Otherwise, this is just at the end of the video. It is all set up, ready to go. The customer brought it all in, nice boxed up and everything, so I'm going to bring them back to it like this. And we will continue on with our day from there. So thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for dealing with this one. Hopefully the next one is a PlayStation 1 that I recently acquired. And hopefully I'll get some other intermediate work between that, because the PS1, those are going to be, it's always a little bit more than just doing like a phone screen or something like that, because I can do a phone screen like an iPhone, 15 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, easy peasy, nice easy video, easy learning, stuff like that. Otherwise, have a good day, everybody, and see you next one. Bye.